The old asylum sat atop a desolate hill, its weathered walls a testament to the horrors that had unfolded within its decaying confines. Locals whispered tales of ghostly apparitions and tormented souls that still roamed the abandoned building. It had become a place shrouded in fear, a dark reminder of a past best forgotten. One chilling autumn evening, a group of daring teenagers decided to venture into the asylum. Sarah, the ringleader, was determined to prove that the stories were nothing more than tales spoon to scare children. Joining her were Mark, her loyal best friend, and Alex and Emma, the thrill seekers of the group. As they stepped through the broken gates and into the asylum's eerie courtyard, the air grew thick with a sense of foreboding. Moonlight filtered through broken windows, casting eerie shadows that danced along the cracked walls. The sound of their footsteps echoed through the empty halls, as if the building itself were alive, watching and waiting. They explored room after room, their flashlights flickering, revealing glimpses of the asylum's dark history. Stains on the floor told stories of pain and suffering, and the walls were covered in fading graffiti from past visitors. The group laughed nervously, trying to maintain their bravado. As they ventured deeper into the asylum, they stumbled upon a locked door. Sarah, never one to back down from a challenge, produced a rusty key she had found earlier. She turned it in the lock and the door creaked open. What they found inside sent shivers down their spines. It was a small room, its walls covered in handwritten notes. The writing spoke of torment, despair, and the horrors inflicted upon the asylum's patients. There were also drawings, disturbing images that seemed to depict a malevolent presence haunting the asylum. As they read through the notes, the air grew colder and strange sounds filled the room. It was as if the very walls were whispering to them, pleading for release. Sarah's bravado wavered, replaced by a sense of dread that gripped them all. Just as they were about to flee the room, a figure appeared before them. A ghostly apparition, a woman in tattered hospital attire, her eyes hollow and her voice a mournful wail. She pointed accusingly at Sarah, her voice filled with anguish. "You should not have come here," the ghostly woman intoned, her words echoing in the chamber. The group panicked, scrambling to escape the room and the asylum itself. As they reached the courtyard, Mark suddenly realized something. "Wait, where's Sarah?" he exclaimed. They turned to look back, but she was nowhere to be found. It was as if she had vanished into thin air, just like the ghostly woman. Desperate and terrified, they searched the asylum, but Sarah was gone without a trace. In their frantic efforts to find her, they stumbled upon another locked room. This time, it was Mark who found the key and turned it in the lock. Inside, they found Sarah, standing in the center of the room, her eyes vacant and her face twisted in a sinister smile. She spoke with a voice that was not her own, uttering chilling words that sent shivers down their spines. In their desperate attempts to escape the malevolent clutches of the asylum, Mark, Alex, and Emma managed to drag Sarah away from the sinister room. Her body had gone limp, and her eyes still held that haunting, vacant stare. It was as if she were under the asylum's malevolent influence. As they fled through the winding corridors, the asylum seemed to resist their departure. Doors slammed shut behind them, and ghostly whispers filled the air. The very walls seemed to squeeze them in, threatening to swallow them whole. In a moment of sheer terror, they stumbled upon a dusty old chapel hidden within the asylum. Desperation fueled their actions, and they lit a few candles, forming a protective circle. The ghostly apparitions could not cross the barrier of light and prayer. Emma, with a trembling voice, recalled a legend her grandmother had told her about the asylum. It was rumored that the asylum had a guardian spirit, a benevolent force that had been trying to protect those who ventured inside from the malevolent entity that dwelled there. With a desperate plea for help, they invoked the guardian spirit. In response, a gentle breeze swept through the chapel, and an ethereal figure radiating warmth and kindness appeared before them. The guardian spirit explained that the asylum had been cursed long ago, and its malevolent entity sought to claim souls for eternity. It had already taken Sarah's soul, and there was no way to save her. As they looked upon Sarah, who stood in the corner of the chapel, her eerie smile still intact, they knew that they had no choice but to leave her behind. The guardian spirit assured them that they could escape, but they must never return to this place. They vowed to heed the spirit's warning, With the guardian spirit's guidance, they managed to find their way out of the asylum. As they stepped through the broken gates and into the moonlit night, they knew that they had narrowly escaped the asylum's clutches. The asylum had claimed its newest resident. The asylum itself was a living entity, a malevolent force that fed on the souls of those who dared to enter. Sarah had unknowingly become part of its dark history, destined to join the ranks of the forgotten and tormented. The asylum stood silent and brooding on the hill, its secrets buried within its walls. They had to leave Sarah behind, her soul forever bound to the malevolent entity that haunted the forsaken place. They had survived the terrifying ordeal, but the memory of that fateful night would haunt them for the rest of their lives, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked in the heart of the old asylum. As we conclude this bone-chilling journey through the haunted asylum and the unsettling tale of Sarah's fate, we hope you enjoyed the spine-tingling experience. If you found this video hauntingly entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button to show your support. And if you dare to explore more eerie adventures and mysterious tales, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from our channel. Your support keeps us fearless in our pursuit of the unknown. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on this haunting story, or share your own ghostly encounters. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and keep those lights on.